Hey, Guido, coming at you with a tactics talk. I'm going to use this video for two purposes. The first one is as a standalone tactics talk. The second one is as the second example in my review of the 252. Regarding the tactics talk part, what I want to talk about is no respect pushes with good players in platoons. You can see that I have loaded in here with Super WW2 from Chai. We have a Defender and an Object 252U, which is essentially the same tank with different paint schemes on it. When we loaded in here, we discussed which way we were going to go. Should we go to the east or to the west? And normally I would go west over to the castle, especially with as many arty as they have. But since we had both spawned on the right, we decided to go right. And you'll see that I will type in here, no respect push. What do I mean by a no respect push? As I look at the teams there, and we both came to the same conclusion as we discussed it, their top two players aren't especially great. Brand new players, so why would they be? Learning the game. But we can abuse and use those guys depending on where they are. The rest of it we should be able to take on no problem based on us being top tier. Got some tier 7s. They can hurt us, but we can get right up in this team's face more than likely with a no respect push, which means that we can be hyper aggressive and keep them back on their heels and not let them get set in any kind of defense or counterattack. You will see me type in here no respect push, and there it is. So we are both of the same mind. We are going to drive right up this east flank and come right at them. There's some good SA from the scout. There's a Scorpion and a VK. Scorpion we do have to watch for. The VK I'm not very worried about. T-34-100, another guy we should be able to abuse pretty easily. This side tends to be lightly defended. So quite often in a good platoon, top tier with heavies, you can roll right up this flank and abuse them pretty hard. The problem is that will sometimes leave your west side very weak. So you've got to do it quickly. One thing about pushing, if you're going to do a no respect push, is you've got to commit. Now I'm going to get a really lucky shot here. On the move, about as big a dispersion as possible. Regarding the 252, that's just something that happens in this game. I just simply got lucky. Some people will say as designed for Russian tanks. It takes me a while to actually get my gun on that guy, and we take him down. You can see that we've pushed right up. And that was pretty fortunate on the Scorpion to abuse him like that with that shot, because that forced him back. Made him think long and hard about coming over. Had I missed, he may have come back over and given us a whack. This guy's going to come in here, and you'll see me. I end up finishing up and cleaning up all of Super's near kills. I end up with a top gun here. But that is mostly from shooting near deads. So I'm going to come up here. There's the Scorpion, so he ran off. I just come right up and over, and you can see that now we're just abusing this team. We've pushed right through this flank, and now we're folding over on them. And as I discussed, they have quite a bit of their combat power over on the west, so their best bet was to push into our guys once they noticed that the two of us were over here, as well as some additional cats and dogs. I am actually looking for Artie in case it is sitting in this corner, but it does not happen to be. So now I'll come back here, and these are some good bushes here to kind of get some crossfire into the cap area. So here's that Russian accuracy. This time I'm going to let it really zoom in. Nothing going. There is a bit of a ridge right here in front of me, so if he tucks into those buildings or goes down there, I'm not going to be able to get a shot, so I'm going to be forced to move forward. Oh, there's another one. Let's see how the Russian accuracy works here. Yay, kill. No, right over the top. So the 122s, they are indifferent, and that's something you're going to have to deal with while you're running this tank. Nope, he's dead. All right, keep on moving. I probably, that was greedy. I should have kept moving. There was that guy that was dead, the M44 just sitting there. He wasn't even loaded in. So I really limited my forward progress a little bit by trying to get that kill on a 10 hit point guy or whatever he is. Let it zoom in a little bit more, whack him. You can see that I've used regular AP so far. Nothing has presented itself. I'm pretty happy with myself because usually I just press 2 and fire it all early on. Take that guy down. But you'll see that I am noticing the heavily armored guys are coming back. So I'll come in here, see if we can get this Tiger out. There we go. Super gets him. Some extra tanks sitting around. Try to get him on his lower plate. Not great accuracy. That's not going to be very easy to do, so I'll just continue to use this dead tiger as armor. There we go, little side shot, and I have switched over to APCR now. Don't need it for the side of the Oni, but that's what I did because I've got a defender in front of me. Actually, there's a defender and a 100.01, and these are going to be problematic for the 252, as they are for things like the IS-6 WZ. Probably going to require gold to get to him. Now look at the defender. He is doing a decent job, probably by accident, of covering his lower plate. The 100.01 is out in the open. Let's see if I can get his lower plate on this one. There we go. Plus I'm firing APCR, so that's going to help out. And now it's just time to move in. You can see that we are well outgunning at them at this point. There's no reason to cap. I was only on the cap such that we could fight those guys because it was a decent position for the moment. So now I'm off, and let's go get these hit points. All right, there's that lower plate. So as he came up and over, you can see how big his lower plate is right there. And as he's coming up and over, he's actually flat plating it a little bit more for me and making it a little bit larger and easier to hit. And he's just pushing in on me. I'm trying to keep the pike nose as straight as possible to him. He shifts off to the side. Waiting for the reload, and we'll just shoot him right in the side right there. And that is the end. 3,246 damage. Bounced a decent amount on that one. But the no respect push with a platoon, especially of two heavily armored tanks like these two that have good guns, you start working on guys together, they go down really fast. So think about that the next time you're in a platoon and you look at a setup where you have a good advantage such as that. You may want to just try to no respect push them. All right, on to the next sample.